Porsche 911 RSR 2019 edition. If you ran that new event, Race Day Le Mans 2019, and completed it, then you would have won this car by now. So the car is featured in motorsports section of your career under Endurance GT Racing in under 2019 season. So let's have a quick overview of the series. Experience the latest season of GT Racing, of course. Alright, it is an 18-tier event, and like all the other motorsports series, each tier is set at a particular track. So tier 1 we got Red Bull Ring, and tier 2 we got Laguna Seca, and then we got a time trial. So we got 2 tiers and a time trial. That's the format here for this series. So then followed by Mount Panorama, and each tier, of course, there is a single cup race plus 2 other variety events, right? So depending on the venue, we have a different event. So tier 5 we got Silverstone, and then we of course get a time trial at Silverstone. And then tier 7 we got Circuit of the Americas. Tier 8 Spa, and we get Spa time trial. And tier 10 we got Daytona, and tier 11 Le Mans. Both, as you can see, we do have both the 24-hour circuit and Bugatti circuit. And of course the time trial at the 24-hour circuit, gotta have that, right? And followed by tier 13 Suzuka, and tier 14 Catalunya, and the Catalunya time trial. And then finally we got Nürburgring for tier 16, and the very last cup tier is going to be at Monza, and the very final event of the series being Monza time trial. So, and to complete this series, here the rewards, the total reward is 75 gold, so it's, not a whole lot of gold that you're gonna recoup by completing the series. And the first 25% completion, which is gonna be, let's see, we got 18 tiers, right? So that one obviously does not divide very cleanly into quarters, but so it's gonna be most likely what? And because there's a time trial, most likely somewhere in tier 5 at Silverstone will reach 25% completion, which will get us that 9 gold reward for 25% completion. And then 50% completion, I would assume, would be somewhere around tier 8, or tier possibly somewhere in 10, somewhere around there, for the 15 extra gold, 50% completion. And then the 75% completion would most likely be somewhere around tier 13 or 14. I certainly hope it's going to get us through tier 14 because of the PR requirement reason. Because if you won this car through that race day event, your PR must be at 89, assuming that you didn't skip any goals. Why would you do that, right? So that means you can, if you are running with basically race day event PR, which was 89, 3 upgrades across the board, then you can complete 75% of the series, which gets you another 20 gold. So that is what? 35 plus 9, 44. So you will recoup 44 gold if you don't feel like adding any more upgrades on your car, right? And then hopefully that will allow us to do a time trial here as well. But we'll see if the 75% completion is gonna be up to tier 14. Of course, if we can get through tier 14, most likely we should be able to get through the time trial here as well, and possibly a couple of these Nürburgring events that does not have PR requirements. So yeah, I am positive that with the PR 89, the race day Le Mans 2019 PR, you should be able to reach 75% completion. So that is good for 44 extra gold for running through the motorsports series that the car is featured in, because that's the only featured series after you win the car. And then if you want to get past that and do the remainder of the series, obviously you have to bring your car's PR up to 90.8, which is odd PR number. I mean, it's not odd number, but here's the dilemma. Well, not dilemma. It gets very expensive to get your car's PR up to 90.8. You have to invest extra. Now we're talking extra, not just what you've invested up to this point to win the car, but now this is on top of what you have spent. So basically, bringing your PR from 89 to up to 90.8, you're gonna have to spend some 400 gold. So remember, it costed 401 gold to bring the car's PR from the base PR of 79.2 up to the 89, right? And then that's going to get you 75% completion. But if you want to get past that and complete the remainder of the series and get the 100% completion, which is going to get you another 31 gold, the final 75% through 100% completion reward bonus is 31 gold. You have to spend basically 400 gold to get 31 back, and I guess get the feeling of satisfaction, I guess, for 100% completing a series or a season in this case. And of course, then it allows you to do your time trial here at Monza. So that is the final tiers, like the Nürburgring, Monza are essentially your premium circuits, I guess. The cost of entry is essentially 400 gold, somewhere close to it. Obviously, to do the Nürburgring, you don't have to bring all the way up to 90.8, but I mean, if you're upgrading, why would you stop there, right? There is no reward for, let's say, 90% completion, right? Or even 95% completion. So if you're upgrading, you want to go all the way to reach the 90.8. And the way you get there is basically you have to max out engine. So that is going to be another 155 gold. And that's for the 4th tier upgrade. Remember, if you won this car through the race day event, you have 3 upgrades across the board, which you get there by spending 401 gold. So for the 4th tier engine upgrade, you need another 155 gold, and then the final 5th tier upgrade in engine is racing dollars, 661,700 racing dollars, and it takes 2 days for the delivery, the R&D time. right? So you have to max out the engine. And then you got 4 other categories with gold upgrades. I would stay away from Drivetrain because it is 145 gold, so it's second most expensive. Only, like basically the engine is most expensive, fourth tier upgrade, but it does unlock that racing dollar upgrade following. But the Drivetrain, 145 gold for that fourth tier is the dead end, and it doesn't get you anywhere, right? So I would not go that route. Now, body upgrade is 115 gold for the fourth tier upgrade. So there is fifth tier upgrade, which is a racing dollar upgrade. Cost is 489,100 racing dollars. And once again, it's a fifth tier upgrade, which means R&D time is 2 days, right? So you're gonna need the gold upgrade. And if you're getting that gold upgrade for 115 gold, why would you stop there, right? You might as well go ahead and get that racing dollar upgrade. And if you do that, you're gonna get a feeling of like, oh, is that gonna be enough to get you up to the 90.8? And the answer is no. It gets you 90.7. So then you're left with suspension and exhaust upgrade, one of which you're gonna need. And for this car, suspension is just 5 gold more expensive than exhaust. Suspension is 135 gold for that fourth and final tier upgrade, versus exhaust, which is 130 gold for the final fourth tier upgrade. So you're gonna need that fourth tier upgrade. And I would say exhaust. Go with the exhaust. So that means your upgrade scheme is going to look something like this. If you're stickler about meeting only the bare minimum required, which is 90.8, and then this is what you got to do: max out engine, 3 upgrades on drivetrain, 4 upgrades on body. But as I said, that's the funny one, because the 5th tier upgrade, you might as well get it. It's a racing dollar upgrade, right? So I don't see a good justification for not getting it, other than the fact that if you are just looking to do the minimum PR, then, well, you can save yourself some racing dollars, I suppose. And as I said, suspension, 3 upgrades. We don't need the 4th upgrade. And then max out the rest, right? Exhaust, you do need all 4 upgrades. And brakes, 3 upgrades. Tires and wheels, 3 upgrades. So that means if you've already won the car through that race day event, Le Mans 2019, then you can, without investing any more resources, you can get 75% completion and earn 44 gold, which is what I would recommend. But if you are one of those completionists, you need 100% completion on every single series, then you are going to have to spend another 400 gold to bring your car's PR up to 90.8. Now, if you get that silly racing dollar upgrade, you will get some extra. Your PR would be 0.4 point higher than what's required for 100% completion at 91.2, as you can see. So yeah, and then you'll get that 31 extra gold for your 400 gold you spend. So what you put in, what you get out. Yeah, as I said, my recommendation is do the 75% completion by running through what you can, and wait for upgrade discounts. They do come along. And if they give us, let's say, 30% discount, then it's 30% off of 400. So, you know, that is 30% would be what? 120 gold that you get to save on bringing the PR high enough to complete the series. So that is essentially, winning another 120 gold. So come on, that's a better way, more economic way to play the game if you're into that. But anyway, that is going on the assumption that you have won the car. Now, of course, if you couldn't afford it the first time, first round, the race day Le Mans 2019, so you passed it. So for whatever reason, you maybe you get a discount on this car later on. For the car's cost is 680 gold, right? But let's say they gave it away to you for free. But of course, you don't have any upgrades on this car. So if you want to complete the series 100%, you're going to have to spend 801 gold, right? Because to bring the PR up to 89, it does cost 401 gold. And as I was saying, to bring the PR rest of the way, it's going to cost another 400. So, yeah, so that does it for this quick series overview of the 2019 season of Endurance GT Racing featuring 2019 edition of Porsche 911 RSR.